An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Misses badly on that one. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
From the gun on third down, Reed. Right side, it's Johnson. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Play fake, Marcel Reed. He tries to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The run inside. It's Edwards.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run him again. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Makes the catch. It's Owens. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Owens. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off. But it's a nice job by the QB buying some time.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Going to the running game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Out wide left, it's Morrow. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Go straight ahead. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touch.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on fourth down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right back to the well. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
I think one thing LSU fans want to see right out the gate with this Lane Kiffin offense, can we get some balance? Durham's been here for a couple of years. You've seen some high moments, Palmer, but like they need to get this run game going. They brought in a bunch of offensive linemen in the portal, and especially a big boy over there at left tackle. Interested to see if they can get that run game going.
And they should be able to get it going, too, at LSU, because when you think about Lane Kiffin's offenses back at Ole Miss, I know everybody talks about them throwing the football, but they were always able to run it, too. You think about guys like Quinshawn Judkins and Kejuan Lacey. They all
picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Reed. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few. Offense gets set for second down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Reed. Got his man on the outside. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Swamped immediately.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Going with the counter play here. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air, it's Levitt. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Green. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw on first. Finds his big tight end. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
It's a new era in Baton Rouge, obviously. Lane Kiffin is the head coach. Garrett Nussmeier gone. Sam Levitt comes in from the portal and ASU. And, David, I mean, does anybody not expect this offense to score 50 points a game and throw it up and down the field? I mean, you've got the match made in heaven, it seems like, between the play caller and the quarterback. This thing should be lights out, I think.
And Lane Kiffin always delivers, right? Like, he finds a way to have that spot play at a high level. Sam Levitt, we've seen some highs, man. We've seen him go to the college football playoff, but he kind of reminds me of Jackson Dart. He's got that toughness, that ability to run the football. So this match together, this is why Lane Kiffin was brought in, and this is why the LSU fans are jacked up.
The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well run him again. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pulled and fired complete. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. 2nd and long here. Reed. Unloads it left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Out wide right, it's Owens. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the gun, it's Owens. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Buying a little time to his left. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Turning it on! That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense wants to bring the heat. Left side is Horton. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Owens. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Right side, it's Durham. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to take off. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the Temple Owls taking on the Army Black Knights. And it's the Owls looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions.
Breaks into the open on the left. The 30. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Sells to run, looking to pass. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You wanted to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good timing.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out wide left, it's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Out wide right, it's Durham. Caught, and he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Rashada Downs going up top. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Berry. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Selling the fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Tiger! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right side, it's Riley. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Defense all over it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing Reed. Looking left. Complete downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Out wide right, it's Craver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's Reed to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been hit a lot. He hasn't made that many plays throughout this football game. They got to do a better job of protecting their guy.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Rush is on. He's got it on the outside. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The handoff.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Reed. Under pressure. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And listen,
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Here's some daylight. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. In the red area, it's Barry. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Moving out to the right. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here laid now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless intercepted, and the defense has set them up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, LSU! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. lead. Right side, it's Riley. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football, and I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that, but, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Dropping back, it's Levin. He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Reed. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Left side, it's Riley. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Just feeds the running back. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the 2-point try. Trying to barge in.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Inside the 25, they'll snap it through the 24. First down. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Right down the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys